Every now and then, an athlete doesn't just win, they change the game. That's exactly what Scottie Scheffler is doing in 2024. Coming into the year, expectations were high. He was already world number one, a major champion, and someone you never bet against. But no one, not even his biggest fans, saw this level of dominance coming. In a sport where the margins are razor thin, Scheffler's performance hasn't just been great, it's been unbelievable. He's not just winning, he's dismantling the field week after week with quiet precision. By April, the whispers grew louder. 5 wins in 8 starts, including the Players and the Memorial. Not since Tiger Woods in his prime has a golfer felt this inevitable. Commentators no longer ask if he'll contend. They ask how much he'll win by. Even his worst finish, tied for 17th, would be a highlight on most careers. For Scheffler, it's an exception. In a game defined by unpredictability, he's becoming golf's most reliable force. And he's doing it all without the drama, without the noise, just calm, focused brilliance, just pure clinical destruction. Fans are stunned, analysts are scrambling for comparisons, and the record books are being rewritten in real time. ESPN, Golf Digest, NBC, they're all saying the same thing. We might be witnessing history. And if this is just the opening act, what comes next could be even more unbelievable. Strip away the scorecards, the highlight reels, and the trophies. And one truth stands out. Scottie Scheffler's dominance isn't the result of a lucky run or a brief hot streak. It's the product of a game firing on all cylinders. The foundation? Ball striking, and it's not even close. According to Golf.com and PGAtour.com, Scheffler is leading the PGA Tour in strokes gained tee to green by margins we haven't seen since Tiger's prime. Fairways, greens, proximity, pick a stat, and he's probably first. If ball striking is the engine of modern golf, Scheffler is driving a Formula One car while everyone else is still in the pit lane. But the real breakthrough? His putter. For the past 2 seasons, it was the one thing holding him back from complete leaderboard chaos. In 2024, that's changed. His putting is not only better, it's become consistent under pressure, especially on short-range putts. NBC Sports notes it's now a strength, not a liability. And that changes everything, because elite ball striking plus decent putting wins tournaments, but when both are elite, you dominate. Beyond the stats, there's something you can't measure, mentality. NBC called him in his own tier, not because he's flashy or intimidating, but because he's quietly untouchable. That's the only way to describe Scottie Scheffler right now. His demeanor never changes. Whether he's tied for the lead or trailing by 2, he walks the same, talks the same, and thinks the same. No panic, no dramatic press conferences, just total mental clarity. In a sport where confidence can vanish in a heartbeat, Scheffler operates like a machine programmed to win. And it's not course-specific. From the windy chaos of Bay Hill to the surgical precision of Augusta and the strategic challenge of Muirfield Village, he adapts and thrives. Wet, dry, cold, firm. It doesn't matter. His game travels, and it's becoming harder and harder to find a setting where he looks even slightly uncomfortable. Because when every course feels like home, every leaderboard starts to feel like it. Belongs to you. It's one thing to dominate. It's another to shake the foundation of the sport while doing it. That's exactly what Scheffler is doing. Now, it's not just fans who are talking, it's analysts, legends, and fellow players. The golf world isn't just impressed, it's on high alert. Golf Digest called his season relentless, NBC described it as scary, and ESPN didn't hesitate to call his run historic. And that word doesn't get used lightly. When multiple networks say the same thing, you know something special is happening. Even other players are beginning to acknowledge it, openly, in interviews, on broadcasts, and in post-round quotes. One top 10 player was overheard saying, "You're not beating Scottie unless he beats himself. That's not trash talk. That's respect." When elite athletes start sounding like fans, it signals something deeper. a mental edge that impacts the field before the first shot is hit. Even PGA Tour insiders are adjusting their tone. Golf Channel analysts are no longer comparing him to recent standouts. They're talking dynasties. The term Scheffler era started as a whisper, but now it's growing louder. One recent segment asked, "Is this what the beginning of greatness looks like? Is this what Tiger 2.0 looks like?" That question isn't being laughed off, it's being seriously debated. Because in sports, it's not just about what you do, it's about who starts to believe it. The headlines say it all in rapid-fire succession. Scheffler unstoppable, NBC Sports, The New Standard, ESPN, Statistically Unfair, Golf.com. Everyone else is playing for second, Yahoo Sports. This isn't just coverage, it's a coronation, and everyone seems to be preparing for a long reign. By the numbers alone, Scottie Scheffler isn't just having a great season, he's operating at a level that borders on surreal. With 5 wins in just 8 starts, including statement victories at the Players' Championship and the Memorial, he's doing things that even legends rarely accomplish. He's not backing into wins, he's closing like a finisher in his prime. Every Sunday, he's not just playing, he's putting the field away. And the scariest part? He's making it look easy. It gets even more absurd. In those 8 events, he also had 2 runner-up finishes. That means in 7 of 8 starts, he either won or came within inches of doing so. His worst finish? Tied for 17th. For most players, that's a great result. For Scheffler, it's practically a disappointment. He isn't just consistent, he's consistent at the top. ESPN called his run statistically stunning, while Yahoo Sports labeled it flat-out unprecedented. This isn't just elite golf, it's a complete statistical takeover. And then there's the number that truly separates him from the rest, strokes gained tee to green. According to Golf.com, Scheffler leads this category by such an enormous margin that it's skewing the entire PGA Tour average. He's so far ahead that analysts aren't just comparing him to Tiger metaphorically. The math actually lines up with TigerWoods in his prime. He's hitting more fairways, finding more greens, and creating more birdie chances than anyone else. And when the numbers start to mirror Tiger Woods, you know you're not just witnessing a hot streak, you're watching a new standard being set. So what do you call a golfer who's redefining dominance in real time, across every leaderboard and every stat column? You don't call him lucky. You don't call him hot. You call him what he is, a winning machine. And machines, as we know, don't break easily. This isn't just a great season. It might be the beginning of an era. What Scottie Scheffler is doing right now isn't just statistically historic or visually dominant, it's foundational. His performance is reshaping what's possible in modern golf. The sport has always had defining eras: Hogan, Palmer, Nicklaus, Tiger, and now maybe Scheffler. There's a growing belief that we're not watching a run. We're witnessing the quiet rise of a regime. And in sports, moments like these are rare and unforgettable. The way Scheffler plays, calm, methodical, surgical, is beginning to influence the players around him. There's less obsession with raw power and more focus on precision, course management, and mental control. Young pros are studying his mindset. Coaches are analyzing his data, and broadcasters are changing the way they talk about the game. Scheffler isn't just winning, he's shifting the culture of the sport. When a single player changes the rhythm of an entire game, it's no longer about performance, it's about impact. And that leads to the final, inevitable question. If this is only the beginning, just how far can Scottie Scheffler go? What's the ceiling for Scottie Scheffler? What do the next 5 years look like for a player already doing things we haven't seen since Tiger? What happens when his putting becomes a true weapon and his major count starts rising? We might be standing at the doorstep of a historic career, one that redefines what dominance looks like in this era. Because right now, Scheffler isn't chasing legends. He's quietly becoming one. So the question is, are we witnessing the next golf icon in real time? Is this dominance or destiny? Let us know in the comments, like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Because if this really is the beginning of a new era, then with 5 wins already under his belt, Scheffler's 2024 season feels like a completed masterpiece. And yet we're not even halfway through the year. The U.S. Open is just around the corner, followed by the Open Championship and the FedEx Cup playoffs. Each upcoming event feels less like a tournament and more like a proving ground. Could he win 2 majors in one season? Could he sweep the summer? With the way he's playing, those are no longer wild questions. They're serious conversations. And when the biggest prizes are still ahead, the hunt becomes even more dangerous. Beyond the trophies and headlines, there's another number grabbing attention: strokes gained. Scheffler is putting together a statistical season so dominant it's creeping into territory once thought untouchable. Analysts at Golf.com have already raised the possibility that he could break TigerWoods' all-time single-season strokes gained record, a benchmark that was once considered sacred. And this isn't just hype. The data backs it up. Week after week, tournament after tournament, his margin over the field keeps growing. If he maintains this pace, we won't just be talking about greatness, we'll be talking about history. So now comes the biggest question of all. Is Scottie Scheffler the most complete player of this generation? It's one thing to win. It's another to win everywhere, under every condition, against every kind of field. And that's exactly what he's doing. He doesn't just overpower golf courses, he outthinks them. He's not just playing well, he's playing smart, surgical, and patient. PGA Tour veterans are already calling him the gold standard. And if that's where he stands today, what could tomorrow possibly look like? More pressure, more eyes, and bigger targets on his back, but nothing has rattled him yet. If anything, the bigger the stage, the better he performs. And the next stage, it might just be the one where legends are made.